signing TDE. Gang, 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 gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo, pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo, pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the...
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. On the option to give to Swift here. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards for number 11. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball and get it out to him.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Nice play design there with the touchdowns. Looked good at the start, but the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Felton. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Felton. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
Fields on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Once again, it's Swift.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 3rd down, Felton. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have moved out in front.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals. It's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words every time we hear that. Things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against him because you're running away from people.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And just a yard to go here on second down. Looking to throw. Felton. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Felton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Let's go.
And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wouldn't let the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there. The running lanes have definitely not been there think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off play action. Felton. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Felton. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the time...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll start with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First down, it's Fields. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He finds his man. Complete. That's Osborne. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goff. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the same. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll snag about 5 yards down at the 32.
The vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane that could really break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
Well, they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Velus Jones
from 3 yards out.
And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Throwing to start the drive.
Felton.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Felton.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
A nice throw there for the first down. And this is a big moment for this young man under center. You know, he's had a few months now to get acclimated to life in the NFL, but you got to think, a little extra pressure here, right, CD? I mean, you're getting the start on Thanksgiving in front of the national audience.
Especially since you and I both know he's watched this game since he was, what, 4, 5, 6 years old? And dreamed of playing in it. In fact, his family sent us some of those videos of he and his family in the backyard playing their Turkey Bowl games themselves. So now he's going from the backyard to the big stage, and here he is.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Off the play fake, Felton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Throwing again, Felton. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, Felton. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 27 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. A try here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
the sideline. Did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Now Fields.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Coverage keyed in. That's his last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Osborne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Blasingame,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Bears 21, Lions 14.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Felton
goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 1st and 10, Felton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards there and a line first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Justin Jones there on the stop.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And they will score a pick six from Bears touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken from about the 12. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Felton. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw again. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they probably continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Takes it to about the 37.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they're getting with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
He finds his man, complete. It's Osborne. A big pickup there. Without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. And they take a knee.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Bears, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.